Hey y'all, it's me, Kia. And girl, let me tell you all about surgery questions.
Kia's calling.
So if you're following me on social media, which by the way you should, if you're not, check the description box below, sis, and let's be friends. Anyways, last week on social media, I asked you all to send me some questions you had in regards to my surgery. If you didn't know, I recently had lipo 360 and breast augmentation, and I wanted to use this video to kind of answer some of those questions. I did get a lot of duplicate questions, so I just compiled some of the most common questions and some of the unique questions that I got from that Q&A session. So the first question was, how long have you been wanting to get the surgery? So I kind of answered this question in a previous video, but pretty much for a long time, at least the breast augmentation aspect of it. Before I had children, you know, I was always pretty small up top. I want to say I was like a 32B. So I was always kind of insecure about how small they were. Certain tops didn't fit right. So I always kind of had an idea that I wanted to get breast augmentation, but I knew I wanted to wait until after I had children. And oh my God, I'm so glad I did, because over time, after having 2 kids and breastfeeding them, they definitely changed in their shape and size.
If you know, you know.
I went from a 32B before kids to like a 36C after kids. So they definitely changed a lot in size. And then last year, my best friend got breast augmentation and hers looked amazing. And she kind of just really encouraged and inspired me to go ahead and get my own done. As far as the lipo, that was really like some last minute spur of the moment, okay? Like, I'm already a pretty fit person. I've talked about that before. I didn't have a lot of belly fat, but I really just wanted to focus on that C-section area. That's like the stubborn area. So during my breast augmentation consult, he really hit me with the old guy from Holes. And so yeah, I just added that to the package. I had already knew some people that had liposuction, and I was familiar with the surgery, so I was just like, fine, go ahead and shuck it out while you're under there anyway. So the next question is, did you regret it or almost cancel at any time? Yes. So as we got closer to the surgery date, I started to get really anxious, especially about the liposuction. Mainly because a lot of the people that I had talked to who got it really didn't have good things to say about it. Like, they were saying how it was painful, how it was unbearable. So just kind of hearing stuff like that, and then me kind of realizing that I didn't have a lot of fat anyway, it almost made me wonder, like, should I just do like 200 crunches and call it a day? But yeah, I did kind of almost cancel on a lipo 360. But what kind of changed my mind was just kind of getting a broad perspective and talking to other people. Like, some other people had liposuction and had a great experience. Like my mom, for instance, she had surgery and she had nothing but good things to say about liposuction.
We talking about lipo because she actually had it done as well. So what were you saying, Mom?
So the drainage massage was the only thing that I thought was painful throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
Everything else, to me, there was no pain. I was up and out the next day shopping.
Yeah.
I just didn't have any issues. Just some things to think about, like when you are, like, do you time your cycle? Do you know when your cycle is coming?
Yeah, I do.
Is it going to be on during the time you're getting the surgery?
No.
Okay. Because when you wear your faja, you can't wear underwear.
Ooh.
And so it was a freaking disaster. Oh, it was a nightmare. But aside from that, there was no pain for me. There was some discomfort, of course, but it wasn't painful.
It's just crazy how everybody's experience is different,
Yeah.
you know? So it's just going to be based on...
I mean, if you've gone through surgeries in the past where it was evasive surgery, lipo was nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's very, they didn't put me to sleep.
Really?
I was awake when they did it.
By choice?
That you have to pay $3,000 extra to go under. And so even though that wasn't an issue, I just don't like to be 100% under unless it's major surgery.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was awake during the whole procedure. I was woozy because of the medication, of course, but I was awake. And like I said, I didn't feel any pain, like to the point where I couldn't get around or I couldn't do anything. You know, I could have gone through the recovery time by myself because it was just that painless. But you know, of course, you're gonna have some discomfort, you know, but it's not pain. It wasn't pain for me, so.
So just talking to her and other people who actually had a great experience with lipo just kind of made me feel a lot more confident. And honestly, the only thing I regret at this point is that I didn't do it sooner, like in the winter, because it's hot in Texas. It's starting to warm up. We're going into the summertime. I gotta wear this hot ass faja all the time. Your girl be hot. And even the day of my surgery, like after I checked in, they put me in this other like pre-surgery room for like an hour. And I was kind of by myself and just thinking like, yo, we really about to do this. So I almost was like, nah, forget it. So the next question is, did it hurt? So during the operation, I was completely under, so I didn't feel anything during the procedure. Afterwards, I definitely was in some pain. So it was a lot of pressure. It was very tender, it was very tight, it was very sore, and that lasted for the first 3 days, especially that first day. Oh my God, like it was bad, y'all. It was really, really painful. I stayed drugged up, like I was literally taking my medication on time and on schedule. I even had my phone send me reminders to take my medication. So that definitely really helped with the pain management. I couldn't imagine not being on any medication, because even with me being drugged up, I was still feeling like the pain. It's not unbearable. Like, it's not like you're like, like it's not like that. It just feels really sore. And even doing like little routine things like sitting up is just a lot of pressure and tightness. It really just feels like, and I said this before, it really just feels like you had a really, really hard chest workout, and like touching it just hurts. Anything hurts when you touch it. And keep in mind, I also had the Lipo 360, so my whole stomach and back area felt the same way. So it was just a whole tender, tight mess, okay? By day 4, I was fine. Like, I want to say on Sunday, I went and had brunch with my friends and had the surgery on Tuesday. So that's what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days later. So the pain is only temporary, okay? You'll get through it and you'll be fine. And for me, honestly, the lipo was not that painful. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different incisions. The ones in the front, they're just tender, you know, because obviously I got poked, so it's a little tender, but it's not painful. The ones in my back, same thing, a little tender, but it's not painful. I will say occasionally I do get some back pain, and it really just feels like lower back pain, like an aching back. And the sides of my back is bruised. So it's the soreness that you get when you have a bruise. I bruise easily, and I bruised a lot from the liposuction, especially on my hips. But I've been taking a lot of like the Arnica Tea, the Arnica tablets. I have the Arnica lotion, and it's definitely been helping with the swelling and the bruising. So I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not on any of my heavy meds anymore, just the Arnica and Motrin as needed for the flare-ups in my back. I notice when I'm sitting up, like how I am now, for a long period of time, it'll start to ache a little bit. When I'm driving, it starts to hurt a little bit. But from what I read, it's normal, and over time, I'll start to feel a little bit better. But yeah, I was not in a lot of pain after the surgery. I don't know if I just have a really high pain tolerance or if I was just high as fuck. Likely. So the next question is, what made you want to get it? So for me, it was about my confidence. Like, I wanted to do it for myself. G didn't think I needed any work done. You know, he loved my pre-surgery body. And while I appreciate him for loving me for me,
Saggy tits and all.
I had to let him know, like, honey, I'm not doing this for you. Like, no.
Okay.
But I'm doing it for me, you know? Like, I want to feel good about myself. I was not a point where I was disgusted or hated myself. Like, I loved myself in the way I looked before, but I wanted this surgery to love myself even more. It was for me, not for you, not for you, not for him, not for her. I did it for me, and I am so happy and proud of myself. Like, for a while, I was kind of feeling like I kind of lost myself, you know, just kind of getting tied up in motherhood and job life and wife life. And I just felt like getting this surgery was a way of me to regain a little bit of myself back. And I just feel good. It's hard to describe it. I just feel good, and I'm happy I got it done. So the next question is, how long was surgery? And on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate the pain? So surprisingly, the surgery was really quick. I got put under at about 1 o'clock, and at about 3:30, they were calling Jabron to come pick me up. So it was really quick. Pain scale for me, I would say, was probably like an 8 out of 10. Just for those first couple of days, mainly because I was just so uncomfortable. I was so tight, I was so sore. I also, keep in mind, I had this whole area done. So coughing, laughing, sneezing was just painful. But it's only temporary, okay? I was in pain for the first 2 or 3 days after surgery. By day 4, I was feeling fine. Like, still in some pain, but not nearly as much pain. I will say it does help to have a support system, especially if you have younger kids. If you don't have kids, you can probably get away with doing it on your own, but just have things readily available, have meals already prepared for yourself, just to make it easier on you, because you will be sore, you will be moving kind of slow, but definitely if you have children, it really will help to have somebody there with you, at least to help like pick the kid up or change the diaper, you know, keep them out the way while you're drugged up and out of it, because that first day, yeah, I could not imagine having to be in mommy mode by myself.
I plan to just pass out when I get home.
So the next question is, will you have to get them redone or are they permanent? So unfortunately, implants are not permanent. You will have to get them redone or replaced within 10 to 20 years. And it's just like wear and tear over time. You know, they may rupture, they may start to wrinkle, they may, you know, sag just due to gravity and time. So it is encouraged within 10 to 20 years that you get them replaced. I plan to rock these bad boys until the wheels fall off, period. So the last question is, are you bloody? Can you move? Can you tell you got the lipo? So I am able to move. The first couple of days, I was taking it pretty slow, kind of walking like a zombie, getting up like a damn sloth. Because just walking regular was just causing a lot of pressure, a lot of pain. So just kind of moving at a slow pace, kind of like a hunched over pace, just made me feel a lot better. Now I'm a week post-op and I'm walking just fine. Occasionally I do get some pain in my back. I've mentioned that before. So every once in a while I've noticed when I sit straight up, it'll start to hurt. So kind of sitting at an incline with some pillows against my back definitely helps. As far as noticing if I got the lipo, I personally can tell I got lipo. You likely won't be able to tell by looking at me, but for me, I can definitely see a difference, especially in that C-section area that I was concerned about. But that's honestly a misconception about lipo. Like, a lot of people think right after the surgery, you'll be instantly snatched. And for some people that might be the case, but for a lot of patients, you may experience a lot of swelling around the area that you got liposuction. A lot of people don't see like their true lipo results until they're about like 3 to 6 months out post-op. Some people, it may take up to a year. So it really just depends on like your body mass index, how your body reacts to surgery and fluids and all that factors when it comes to your results. But like I said, I personally can tell. I had an outfit that I tried on pre-op, and I tried on that same outfit this morning, 1 week out from surgery, and I can definitely tell a difference. This is that stubborn fat that I'm talking about. Like, I just want it gone. And that's why I tend to gravitate towards high-waisted, because if I pull it down, you can really see it. So this is me 1 week post-op from lipo in that same outfit. As you can see, it's gone down a little bit from my last video, but I'm only 1 week, so as time goes on, it'll continue to go down. And I guess I'll kind of use this outfit as like my test outfit, and we'll post these updates periodically. But this is the pants now, and I'll pull it down just like I did in the other video so you guys can see the difference. So again, 1 week post-op, and I can already tell the difference. Yeah, not bad for, 1 week, and I know as the time goes on, I'll continue to see results gradually. So I'm excited and have zero regrets. So seeing that definitely just kind of got me super excited, super pumped up about what the future holds, because I just know over time, as the swelling goes down, I'll just get smaller, my waist will be a little bit more defined. So I'm definitely excited about that. In the meantime, I have to wear this faja, which is pretty much like compression garment or Spanx. I have to wear that basically like 24/7 the first couple weeks, and then afterwards just 12 hours a day. But I'm excited to see, how I'll look over time, and I'll definitely be using that before video as like a starting point to kind of keep you guys updated on the journey. But it's also important to know that lipo is not a permanent solution. Like, you definitely have to maintain it. It's not a weight loss procedure. Like, honestly, I gained weight after the surgery. So before the surgery, I went in at 150, and then after surgery, I was 160. And that was likely, from all the fluids that I got, because I got quite a few IVs. But I just thought it was ironic that I came out heavier getting liposuction. So it's definitely not a weight loss surgery. It's more of like a body contouring procedure. So you definitely have to maintain your results in order for them to last. So you still have to work out, you still have to eat healthy. Otherwise, you'll just gain all the fat right back. So definitely, if you plan on getting lipo, don't think it's a easy way out. It'll definitely help you get to your fitness goals, but you definitely still have to put in the work. As far as being bloody, like, I wasn't bloody at all, and I was prepared to be bloody. So I bought like these doggy mats, like the potty training mats, as a precaution, but I didn't bleed. My doctor did the incisions in a way where he didn't put drains in. So a lot of people who bleed from lipo, it's because they have drains, but I didn't get that done. So I didn't have any bleeding. So I'm really happy about that. The only time I bled is when I pulled a scab off of the liposuction incision, and that bled, only because I like peeling scabs. I know that's weird, but I peeled a scab and it bled. So that's the only time I got any bleeding throughout the procedure. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see how I look over time, and I appreciate y'all's support. I've been receiving nothing but love and genuine, concern and support and appreciation for sharing this with you guys. So I really am thankful for that, because I know a lot of people aren't for surgery or, don't support it, and to each his own, I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy that I get to share it with you guys. If you guys enjoyed this convo, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will call you later. Toodles!
Subscribe.